Today we want to know, are men allowed to wear cologne? That's something that usually around our circles you don't find too many men that are doing. But what's the halacha? So first of all, before we even start with cologne, there's a Gemara in Shabbat, Daf Nun Amud Bet, that indicates that one can wash himself with some good spices. It says that a person could use barda, and barda it's made up of three different spices: tilta ola, tilta asa, tilta sigle, all kind of different good-smelling spices. A person could wash himself. And the Gemara says a story about the Memar Umarzuta and Rav Ashi, that they were sitting together. Memar and Rav Ashi washed themselves with such spices. It seems like the reason for doing that was leapot atzmam, says the Gemara. The Gemara says in order to make themselves look better, smell better, and that was okay. The Gemara says over here that bishvil leapot came out that according to their opinion is allowed, because they held that it says rochetz adam panav yadav v'raglav b'chol yom b'shvil kono mishum shene'emar kol po'al Hashem lemaneu. If you're doing it in order to respect a person's body that Hashem gave him, and with that we're respecting a Kadosh Baruch Hu, we're honoring a Kadosh Baruch Hu, rochetz adam panav yadav v'raglav b'chol yom b'shvil kono, it's for a Kadosh Baruch Hu, that is fine. And the Meiri says those words openly. He says like this. The Meiri writes that מכאן התירו רבים לידיים מזוהמות לרוחצם במורסן ואפילו כיוון באלו לייפות עצמו, even if he wants to make himself look better. אין כאן משום סמלת אישה, ואף לתלמיד חכם מותר, even a תלמיד חכם is allowed to do so, שאין זה אלא להתראות נאה בין הבריות שלא יתגנה עליהם ויתחלל שם שמיים על ידו לפחיתותו. הוא שאמור רוחץ אדם פניו ידיו ורגליו בכל יום בשביל קונהו, שנאמר כל פועל השם למענהו. כלומר, הכל ברא לכבודו, which means like this, even a תלמיד חכם, and even if your intention is לייפות עצמו, to make yourself look better, smell better, and so on and so forth, it says over here that it's mutar. But there's a famous Gemara in Brachot. The Gemara in Brachot, Daf Mem Gimel Amud Bet, says that the Talmid Chacham should refrain from using any kind of besamim, any kind of cologne. גנאי לתלמיד חכם לצאת לשוק כשהוא מבוסם. And there were 6 things that are גנאי לתלמיד חכם. That's one of the things. אל יצא שהוא מבוסם לשוק. A תלמיד חכם should not go. It says over here that it's גנאי. Not necessarily that it's asur, but it's not the right thing. It's גנאי, it's something that's degrading for him. He shouldn't do that. The Gemara adds later on that could be that that's only if he puts it on his clothing in order to smell, the people should smell that, and he would be more attractive. That's something a Talmid Chacham shouldn't do. But if he puts it on his body in order to let go of any bad smell that he has, that is okay. And this is how the Rambam writes in Ilchot Deot Perek Hey, Lo Yetzeh, he's talking about a Talmid Chacham, the dinim of a Talmid Chacham, Malbush Talmid Chacham, Malbush Naeh, Naki, Talmid Chacham should dress nicely, clean, Asur Lo Shimatzeh Bigdo Ketem, should not have any stains on his clothing. And one of the things that he writes about it, Talmid Chacham, lo yetzeh mevusam lashuk, should not put cologne on his clothing. לא בבגדים מבוסמים, לא ישים בושם בשערו, אבל אם משך בשרו בבושם כדי להעביר את הזוהמה מותר. Should not put it on his clothing in order that people should smell it, but if it's in order to take out bad smell that he might have, like using deodorant with a good smell, that's such a thing. It seems like over here from the Rambam, that is okay, and all that is, remember, it's only for a Talmid Chacham, but a regular person, it doesn't say anything about him that he should not use it. You need to know that the Maram Shik asked, why is it only Talmid Chacham, why is it only that Mishum Gnai, it should be Asur Mishum Lo Elvash Gever Simlat Isha? How could you wear something that ladies usually wear, not men? Chacham Ovadia answered it in Ma'or Yisrael. He says that we found that men also put cologne sometimes, and therefore there's no lo ilbash in such a thing. We found that Chachamim already told us that Bnei Melachim, Sachim b'Shemen Vered, and so on and so forth. And today it's also very common that men wear in the world. And although it's Goyim that wear it, Rabbi Akiva Eiger learns that even if Goyim do it, it's not anymore lo ilbash gever simlat isha. Lemaaseh, halacha lemaaseh, we found many of the poskim achronim that say that if a man wears cologne, he doesn't violate anything. Chacham Ovadia, it's brought down in Ma'ayan Omer, answered that it's okay for a man to wear a men cologne that differentiates between men and ladies. Also, Rav Mazuz, in his Sefer, also writes such a thing. Also, it's brought down in the name of Rav Eliashiv, that agreed that if a man wears, not in order to beautify himself towards others, but rather for respecting himself, he should smell well, that's also brought down that it's mutar. Again, I don't think that it's so much common in our circles, but at least we know from here, halakha lemaseh, that such a thing is mutar.